What's up, you guys? This is your girl, Queen, and I am back with another video. I appreciate everybody that stood by me and was very patient because y'all know life is life, and I had a baby. Well, another baby. He's he's 2 now. So I appreciate everybody that was patient and waited, and all the gifts and everything that y'all sent me, and my subscribers that stayed subscribed and was patient. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. So let's go ahead and talk about it. We're going to talk about Sebastian Rogers. All right, everybody know all these cases that we've covered, and so we're going to go ahead and ask Sebastian, since I am in Nashville, Tennessee, and these is in my territories. Tennessee is in my territory. And another question is, why do all these kids keep coming up missing in Tennessee? So let's get into it. Sebastian Rogers, how did you get out? So Sebastian was a 15-year-old white male. He's autistic. So let me give you a little info about him. He's not known to have any friends. Also, when he became missing, no one came out to the public to even state that they knew Sebastian. He was a friend to them. None of that. He also went to school. All right. In the beginning, 2 teachers came out and spoke about, Sebastian and things of that nature, and how good he was a student and he was smart and things of that nature. All right. He also liked to go fishing with his bio dad, Seth Rogers. He plays games on his phone. He also is not allowed. He likes to run. And he's not allowed on any, social media per the parents. Now, so according to Chris Proudfoot, the stepdaddy, he says that Sebastian has issues with personal spaces. Those were some of the problems at school that he had. And also, Seth Rogers, the biological father, said, Sebastian he has a hard time keeping track of time. And also, there was an incident where Sebastian he does not tolerate going outside with no socks and shoes on because he has a phobia of the fire ants that attacked him when he went outside with no shoes on in the past. So that is something that's a real big deal to Sebastian. Okay? So that's a little bit about Sebastian. It's not a whole lot because they didn't give us a whole lot about him. Okay? Also, Chris Proudfoot, the stepdad, also came out about him wearing diapers and being incontinent. That was something we didn't need to know about Sebastian. That's personal, that's private. But I'm going to go ahead and give you that information about him. So, how did Sebastian get out? Where's the CCTV footage? Now, law enforcement came out and said that there was no video footage of him coming or going out of the house. Now, in one interview, Katie told Nancy Grace that there were no cameras in or outside the house. It was completely dark outside, and the motion lights seemed to be not working miraculously on that night. Mysteriously, no cameras, no lights was working. So later on, Katie deviates and gives us some more information with another interview and says that Katie, sometimes she's able to watch Sebastian on camera, him go to the fridge and grab food out of the fridge. I guess that was a big thing for him. They didn't want him going in the fridge and grabbing food. I have a question mark on that, but we'll get to that later. So with that being said, you was able to watch him get food out the fridge. So there was a camera, right? There was a camera inside the home. So why not be honest with Nancy Grace that there was a camera in the house? So there was another video that came about flashlights being outside the home. It was released. You'll see like 2 or 3 flashlights coming and going. It was thought to be Sebastian. Seemed like he was out there with somebody because there was multiple flashlights, 2 to 3. It was a whole big debacle, and it came of nothing. Law enforcement did not come out and say that's for sure that was Sebastian. So nothing really, we got no information on the flashlights. Okay. Also, another big thing that I feel like is very important that y'all need to understand, and I want y'all, this is a big, big red flag to me that's very important, and I will get into it later on, was that there were no hits, no scents on the outside or around the house, on the outside around the house on the ground. And I want y'all to take a minute to think about that. There are no dog hits on the outside around the house. So was it really Sebastian that took out that trash that night? Because if he walked outside and took out that trash, there would be scents of him. The dog would hit him walking to the garbage can to empty the trash, correct? Yeah, we'll get into that later. Also, all of his shoes was accounted for, which leaves him to be barefoot if, when, or allegedly, however, he left the house. He would have not had any shoes on. None. And I would also like to know, did Ellie see any vehicles coming or going from the house? That is another question. So, like I said, how did Sebastian get out? There was no sense of him walking out the house, running out the house, nowhere around the house. So, question, was it him that really took out the trash that night? All his shoes was accounted for, so he would have to have no shoes on. There was no vehicles coming or going. Well, law enforcement didn't confirm or deny, so we don't know if any vehicles were coming or going. Is that another way he got out? There is no footage of him. We're going over what we just talked about. There's no CCTV footage of him coming or going. How could a 15-year-old just vanish into thin air? They can't. It's impossible. As far as I know, the rapture haven't came. So therefore, Sebastian couldn't just vanish into thin air. He couldn't just vanish into thin air. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Now, he had to make it out the house some way, somehow, somewhere. Or did Sebastian even make it home? That's another question. Did he even make it home? The last person that has had eyes and laid eyes on him, allegedly, is Katie, his mother. Did he run out? If so, when we have found him? So if he ran out, there would be a sense of him leaving the house. There would be a sense of him taking out the trash. All the ground that was covered for the search, all in Hendersonville, wouldn't you think we would have found him somewhere, passed out, laid out, some way, somehow, with all the searches? So that cancels out running out the home to me. Now, these are the facts. Ellie said there was no sense, no footage. that brings me to the point where it cancels out Sebastian running out the home. Was he carried out? If he was carried out, there wouldn't be no hits from the dog. Was a flashlight found? He allegedly left with a flashlight. So when they was out there doing all that searching, was a flashlight found? Could he have dropped a flashlight, running or walking, passed out, anything? No, there was no flashlight found. Again, that leads me to, did he ever come home? So the only two plausible options that I see was that he had to been carried out of the home some way, somehow, by someone, or he never made it home. It cancels out him running out, walking out. It even cancels out him taking out the trash. Because the video is blurry, you can't really say for sure that was Sebastian. And law enforcement is allowed to not give us a lot of information and or lie to protect the investigation. You just have to use common sense, reality, and also put yourself in the minds of whoever done this. So like I said, these are the only two plausible explanations of Sebastian getting out of the house. Thank you guys for watching. On the next video, what was the dynamic of the family? Peace, y'all.